You know what I love about the Bears this year? They are winning games that in the past they would lose. And I'm not going to say that today was a Picasso, but the Giants had the lead. The Giants had the game. I frankly thought this one was over, and it was en route to being a really dreadful loss for Ben Johnson and the Chicago Bears. There was an injury. Jackson Darts gets concussed. He's out. And great teams, well-coached teams, mentally tough teams, have the ability to seize a moment like that and pounce. And that, to me, is the most impressive thing about these now 6-3 Chicago Bears. They're winning games that in the past, under prior coaches, they would have been down and out and would not have the ability to come back.
From the moment the Chicago Bears made the bold move to trade for Montez Sweat and commit a 4-year, $98 million deal, the message was loud and clear. This defense is going to stop playing catch-up, and it's going to impose its will. The tale of two halves that defined his first season in Chicago is fading into the past now. Critics question the move. He hadn't exceeded double-digit sacks during his years in Washington, and his huge new contract raised eyebrows. But here we are in 2025, and the evidence is mounting. The Bears are finally getting the Montez Sweat they paid for. In his early games this season, Sweat's numbers looked mediocre on the surface, only 1 sack through the first 5 games. Yet dig deeper and you see the spark, the stiffness in his game, the impact beyond the pure stat line. He has now recorded a sack in each of his past 4 games, and over the previous 5, he forced 2 fumbles. That's the kind of disruption this front needs. According to ESPN, by week 9, he had matched his entire sack total from all of 2024, with several games still to play. But this story is bigger than just one player's comeback. When Sweat arrived in late 2023, the Bears' pass rush was among the league's weakest. Turning that around meant creating pressure, generating turnovers, anchoring the run defense. In his initial stretch in Chicago, he helped spark the defense to 19 takeaways over the final 9 weeks after only 9 in the first half of that season. The Tez effect, as some have dubbed it, showed how his presence made everything around him better. Fast forward to this season, Sweat isn't just chasing sacks. He has improved his run defense, rarely caught out of position, and by many advanced grading metrics, he's back in the conversation as a disruptive force. Pro Football Focus has him at a solid pass rush grade and run defense grade among defensive ends. The Bears' defensive unit, still a work in progress, now has a cornerstone. With Sweat taking blockers, setting the edge, working off power and length at 6'6", 270 pounds, official listing, the rest of the unit can fill in and thrive. Consider this. Chicago is currently tied for 18th in sacks with 21 through the mid-season stretch. The same level as teams like the Commanders and Patriots, who haven't even had their bye yet. That means room for growth, and if Sweat continues to ascend, and he is, then the Bears' rush defense is awakening at the right time, with playoffs in the horizon. The article from SI earlier this month praised his recent surge and listed those exact stats. Sack in each of the past 4 games, 2 forced fumbles in 5. The comeback isn't just real, it's happening in front of us. Now yes, there are still skeptics. A recent piece on Windy City Gridiron asked whether Chicago should move on from Sweat's bloated contract given his inconsistency in 2024. But in a sense, that critique underscores how far he's come. After injuries and a down season, he's rebounding. And for this franchise, that rebound is precisely what was promised when they handed him top-tier money. The fact that he is now playing like that, investment may finally be paying off, is a huge positive signal for the Bears. From a fan's perspective, this turn of events is electric. The defense, long the weak link in Chicago's rebuild, now has a disruptive edge rusher who draws attention, draws double teams, frees up teammates, and produces game-changing plays. When Sweat is at his best, the Bears are not just defending, they are imposing. The future of this team's identity is starting to take shape. A front 7 that intimidates, forces mistakes, and rallies the rest of the roster. In short, for the Chicago Bears, Montez Sweat is no longer a question mark. He's no longer the what if or the maybe next year. He's the engine driving a defensive revival. If he keeps this up, the playoff window widens. The secondary feels more confident, the linebackers more free, and the city of Chicago more hopeful. For you, the fan, this is the moment. Buckle in, because the defense is waking up, and it all starts with number 98. So I ask you, how do you feel about Sweat's resurgence? Do you believe this is the turnaround year for the Bears defense? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button, and if you haven't already, hit subscribe for daily Bears news, trade talk, and deep dives right here on Bear Down Report. Let's build the conversation together. Bear down.